This is Kay from KCM, and I don't normally do videos while holding my phone, which, whatever. Um, I was enjoying another mid-evening espresso, and I kept on sipping it and thinking, man, I really am enjoying this. This is Higher Grounds Peruvian medium dark roast. It's a single origin coffee, and it has been sitting for a while, compared to some of the other ones. I bought it when I bought the French roast, the really dark stuff. So it's had the disadvantage of sitting around and kind of staling up, if you will, for that amount of time. And I probably would have tasted better 3 weeks ago, but it's really enjoyable. It's really nice. It is got some chocolatey flavors, some smoky flavors. Kind of reminds me of like a s'mores type deal. You know, you get some of that sweetness. That's probably somewhat the sugar and not so much uh the bean itself or the coffee itself, but it complements really well. It's nice as an espresso. It's dark, roasty. It just tastes good. Um, what did I want to say? So these espresso videos are supposed to be a little less, I don't know, nerdy. Uh, as far as talking about the depth and whatever of it's not supposed to be a review. It's not supposed to be so in depth, and I want to learn some stuff about coffee and kind of recite it, but I don't want it to be too centerfold and too in depth that people kind of think I want to be a serious coffee reviewer, because I want to try stuff, I want to enjoy stuff. And actually, in the next time I do this, I did go out and I bought a coffee bean that I think is going to be really substantially good. It's supposed to be touted as a really, really nice, high quality Arabica bean. Very much higher price point than what I've bought in the past. So I'll try and make that video a little more serious, but man, there's a lot going on right now. My dog, I don't know. This happens all the time. In fact, half my I don't need to say that. If you watched any of my videos, there's been barking in it. Now I have to address this, because if I don't, the barking will persist longer than the walking dog that's going by. Come on. There's a lot going on right now in the world. Make no mistake, I think the intensity and the frustration in our world is only further exacerbated by upcoming elections, and how we feel like, as people, those elections will influence what's going on. I believe all of us as individuals, human beings, want to use elections as a beacon of hope, as a means of kind of looking at things and saying, this is the sign of potential for progress going forward. When we went into 2016 elections, I think everybody, and I mean nearly everybody, felt like we were stripped of a choice for hope, because we had candidates that seemed like they climbed out of clown cars and, were honking their big red noses as they walked up on stage to debate. This election doesn't feel a whole lot different, I think, for a lot of people. I guess what's a good message? This is it's a medium dark roast, so it's a medium dark topic, I guess. I am among many people who are frustrated. I think we've seen some of the topics around, people like George Floyd and Ahmaud Arbery, I think is his name. If I said that wrong, I apologize. There's been a lot going on, and I think people are feeling stressed, and there's a lot of intensity, frustration, angst. It doesn't help that we've all had to deal with quarantine as well. If I were to say anything, and there was one person who could listen to this and take away something real, try to walk away from the people and the premise that online you can be a keyboard warrior and take down your enemies, and try to remember we're all humans. We are all trying to survive. We're all trying to make things work. Some people have strayed the path. The cop who murdered George Floyd looks like he strayed the path quite some time ago, and he, hopefully he'll get what's coming to him. At some point, you got to be accountable for your decisions, and he, up until what we've seen now, he doesn't have much excuse for himself, I guess. So, but we as people who are not that guy, any of us, if you are that guy, if you look at it and you go, yeah, I'd be that, hopefully you can take a look into yourself and figure out how not to be that, because it's not a good thing to be for anybody. It's not healthy for our society. It's not healthy for humanity. But neither is trying to tear down the world and tear down other people. And I think when you see acts of hate or destruction or someone just getting off on their power or racism or whatever it may be, you can search for the list of labels. Don't use that as clearance to adopt similar philosophies towards people you disagree with. Whether you're Republican or Democrat or Libertarian or Socialist or whatever it may be, just generally try and find the good in other people and be the good that you want to see in other people. And by the way, calling people out doesn't make you virtuous. So, you don't get a pass on it being empathetic because you've found a flaw in another human being. Because we're all flawed. We all screw up. So, and it's easier to point out others' flaws than your own. I don't look at the people online talking about the greatness that they have or the terror of others, calling out people for whatever. It doesn't even matter. You are not. You don't get a pass. And I truly believe Jordan Peterson, wrote a book, and one of the chapters is about, basically making your own bed, cleaning your own house, and worrying about what you can do first. If you want to end racism, if you want to prevent further violence, see what you can do in your community to help. I joined an organization, Big Brothers, Big Sisters, so that I could do that. I could support and drive real difference to people that I could see and hear and talk to. Those are impactful differences. Being on Twitter is not. Being on Facebook is not. Protest is good. Rioting. I mean, maybe, we can all argue that there's a time and a place. When things get bad enough, maybe that is a course of action. But it's hard to moderate. Spouting thoughts here, because I think when you have a drink that you can drink slow, single malt whiskey, a nice quality espresso, I don't care what it is, orange juice, make it good orange juice so you can kind of use it and reflect. Pace yourself, though. When we get into the situation where we have a second to sit back and really turn off the exposure to all the outside elements and reflect, that introspection, that reflection, that ability for us to think for ourselves and talk about what's important, what we believe in, and even challenging our own beliefs. Saying, okay, I know this is what I believe, but let's put that to the test. Those are all healthy exercises. And self-love. You definitely want self-love. There are times when we are so in turmoil that we forget to just say, cheers to me. So, Higher Grounds Peruvian blend, or not blend, but Peruvian medium dark roast. Really good stuff. I really enjoy it. And I think I do like the medium dark roast. I have another medium dark roast that I'm going to try. I'm really excited to see how that turns out. Got some ideas for some coffee videos that I think will be interesting, but I wanted to tie it back to coffee somehow, but I don't know. Anyway, I hope everybody out there is doing okay, because I think people are really frustrated right now. So, from me to you, here's to your health. Physical, mental, emotional health. Cheers.